It's the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to Pasadena, California, and the iconic Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Get an offensive team coming into this game, Kirk, that's filled with confidence. We talked to them. They're well aware their opponents have given up a lot, and they expect to have a monster offensive game.
Well, Chris, they're going to light up the scoreboard. There's no way around that. This defense is going to have to play collectively the game of their lifetime to have any chance at hanging around.
The shotgun handoff here.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that first and second level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Looking for some space. It's Townsend. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The Bears will line up to punt it away. And the returner heads out of bounds. So Ohio State's offense comes out for their first possession today. Let's check out the impact players in this game, Kirk. Guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coach has told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program.
Now here he goes. He's in the clear. Past the 20, at the 10 now. Finally brought down at the 7. Sets up a first and goal here. The Buckeyes line up with a first and goal. First and goal, handoff. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this first and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. A nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
This one will be fair caught. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
That's solid pursuit. They'll trap him out there behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive.
Breaks into the clear. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, Your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, and now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. And the Bears keep the football on the move. They'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Tight end goes in motion. Ball handed off. And he goes nowhere. Stop pulled behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. They make the tackle, but the offense set up with a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Running back grabs it on the screen. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
This is the characteristic about great quarterbacks that stands out to me. Their ability to make a play when things aren't perfect. Here, they get to him. They put pressure on him. He's about to go down, but his instincts to be able to find that back, check it down before he hits the ground, gives this offense a chance to be able to pick up positive yards and get the first down.
Solid tackle, able to get him down. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Missouri State. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Quick throw to the right. It's caught. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Here's the second down play. Throwing off play action. That's caught. It's Roberts. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game.
Now here he goes. He's in the clear. The 30. Inside the 20. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. One huge play has changed the drive. Now let's see if this offense can cash in this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. The Buckeyes looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Gonna run it. It's Townsend. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Bears will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. QB starts the drive with a keeper. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
Makes the catch downfield. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Defense will make the stop of what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The receiver grabs it. Has a path to the end zone. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the 2nd quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Movement here from the tight end. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
He's got it in the open. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. First down and 10 now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. And the ball is hauled in, and the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, a lot of times you match up a wide receiver, you get a linebacker on him. You'd like to think that the wide receiver can shake him. But this linebacker is really athletic and is able to make plays in space.
Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. The offense facing a tough conversion here, 3rd and long from the 42. Looking to throw yet again. It's an out route. The catch made. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. And the Bears are looking to keep this drive going. Play action here on first down. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Right, the defense, great job. They win this battle. Trying to contain the tight end of the passing game can be very difficult in today's game. But they did it in a big way there.
Looking to pass here on second down. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Oh, he's bringing it back. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 34. Looking to pass, it's Sayan. He's running out of time here. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44. The offense really clicking here. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. Offense is off schedule here after that first down loss. Here comes second down. Second down, looking to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Tate. And they've got him.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
He's going to lose ground on the run, and now it brings up fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. They will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a two-possession game.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
Quick throw to his receiver. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. It's a shotgun run call. Has the first down and more. They bring it down, but the drive has now reached the 35. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. The Bears will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
There's nothing better than that. 4th down and 1. Hand it off to your back. He's able to get behind that offensive line and pick up the first down for a new set of downs.
Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Bears starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Throws it to the right. Makes the catch downfield. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A much-needed score, trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They are continuing to fight and try to get themselves back into this game.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Lets it go quickly. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Catch made in space. Look out. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. Finding some room at the 25. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point makes it 35-14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. Ah, here he goes. Crosses the 10. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Sacked, dropped at the 3. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. To throw, it's Sayin. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And the ball is away from his own end zone. He'll field it close to midfield. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And here comes the offense back out on the field now. See how efficient this offense can be. They got a chance to add some points here before the break. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, pass caught. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Here's the target, and it's complete. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be 1st down from the 14. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
The defense is electing to play double coverage on this receiver, and the quarterback still tries to squeeze the ball in there.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking to scramble. And he throws it away. A smart choice that time. But it will bring up 3rd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
He makes the catch. Touchdown, Bears. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk. And if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
He's got it inside the 15. And they get him down what will be the final play of this 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, the magnitude of these CFP matchups is always on another level. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. The Bears will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the quarter. They'll stop him for a loss.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
It's a quarterback keeper. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Back to pass. It's Sayin. Pressure is coming. Swarm to the pass rush. A sack.
Well. Everything worked to perfection in the first half of this offense, and the defense comes out swinging, clearly listening to the head coach and the defensive coordinator to try to regain some momentum themselves.
The Buckeyes will have to kick it away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. He'll field it close to the 50. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Offense on the field to take over. And looking to throw now on first down. A screen to the wide receiver. You maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Here comes a handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Snags the quick throw. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Looking deep to the right side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
2nd down after the incompletion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. He is stuffed at the line. It's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
It's a costly penalty for the special teams. The offense coming back on the field. You just can't make contact with a kicker like that. Roughing the kicker is going to set the offense up now in the red zone with the first down. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Moves out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he knocks it right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. Coverage team brings down the returner. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. In the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
On the option, it's Saying. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The defense has it, off and running. Not much on the return, but this defense rises up with an important takeaway. And the Bears hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Coming up, second down and goal. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Touchdown, Missouri State. They battled back to take the lead.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
PAT puts him up 3. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. To throw, it's Saying. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He's in the clear. He will pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play.
Breaks into the clear. Tackle made at the 37. It's a solid game.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Buckeyes will have first and 10 here. Looking for a gap. It's Peoples. only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? He'll hand it off. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The sure hands. It's Johnson. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can... right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. And the runner takes off to his right. Ah, here he goes. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And on the carry, he's heading left. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter. Here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. They're going to run it. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Caught by the receiver. And they get the conversion there. Set up now, first down at the 38.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's in the clear. He's got the first and still going. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. That's solid run, good for first down yardage. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He escapes the pocket. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. He knocks it through with confidence.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time?
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Scanning the field. It's Sayin. Tries to get it to the running back. The sure hands. It's Peoples. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. What a catch! They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Buckeyes are on the move here. handoff from the shotgun. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They look to throw it here on second down. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Designed quarterback run. He's past the marker and still going.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. To the air, it's Sayin. Grabbed by the receiver. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play.
Now they try to take the top off the secondary there with the 4 verts, but the defense was ready for it. Now they're going to have to force a quick 3-and-out if they want to get the ball back.
Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Pounding away with the run game. Picks up the pass, looking for more. Tackle made after a big gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nowhere to run up the middle. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Trying to find some room. It's Townsend. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Can he make it to the marker? That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Bears look to keep this drive moving. And there's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. The Bears with 1st and 10 here. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And now the stage is set for this season's ultimate college football game. We will see you at the National Championship. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.